Get ready to light it up for you.
The word 76ers. Our guest relations team will respond immediately. Don't miss any upcoming Sixer games. Single game and package games are available in your ticket booth or online. Get your tickets today. The National Basketball Association of the Philadelphia 76ers are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fights, throwing up, using improper language or gestures, entering the court, or interrupting play. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violation to these rules to the nearest.
And preparing for battle, each guy with his own approach to getting ready for what should be an excellent matchup. Coming up, live coverage. And to look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And midway through the season, the injuries are starting to mount up. Both of these teams are at less than full strength. They have to figure out how to adapt.
And now Dallas' starting group. Washington and Lively down low. Then it's Luka Doncic. Then it's Thompson. And it's Fresh in at the 2. And for the 76ers, we've got Kyle Lowry. George out there with Joel Embiid. And it's Yabusele in at the power forward position. And we've got All-Star Weekend fast approaching. I'm sure all the players are looking forward to it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you're competing that weekend, it's an honor and a lot of fun. And for the guys that aren't, it's a few welcome days of rest and relaxation.
And we talked about it for a few games now, but MP has been on a mission as of late to ensure he's taken home that Rookie of the Year trophy.
And MP's goal for his rookie season was to win Rookie of the Year. But so far, against his peers in their first season, he hasn't distinguished himself as the best. MP still has some chances left against other rookies to prove to himself that he is the best in the class. He wants to perform better, and we'll see how he does.
Now here's George. His scoring ability is impressive, averaging 20 a game.
There are nights where it's impossible to stop Paul George. He is such a strong guy who knows how to convert through these plays.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throw of the night here. Doris, we've heard Paul George get a lot of praise from the next generation of NBA talent.
We sure have, and it's easy to see why, Brian. This guy is fundamentally sound. He does a little bit of everything, can shoot with range, can get off the bounce. His game is so polished and smooth, worthy of emulation.
Now here's Lowry. George, no good. Thompson scanning the floor. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Here's Fresh. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, this was a big summer for the 76ers, Grant, trying to capitalize on their championship window with superstar Joel Embiid.
You're spot on, B.A. Acquiring the talent that might allow him to save himself for the home stretch. Of course, last year's playoffs, he battled heroically, but ideally, they'd like him much closer to 100% come the postseason.
Now here's Lowry. Here's Yabusele. to Embiid. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Lively. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Here's Fresh. Sinks it from distance. Fresh has got 5.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse.
I asked him how they plan to deal with Luka Doncic, and he said, look, we all know what Luka can do. He'll get his points, but we can't let him take over. We have to maintain our focus on defense for every minute of all 4 quarters.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
The control and focus from Embiid, able to absorb hits from the defense and still finish.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And here's Thompson for 3. Rebound by Philadelphia.
And that's a strong closeout defensively. Great effort to deter the shot.
Pass to McCain. To the wing, right side. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it fly. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. The Mavericks lead by 3. From downtown, drains the triple. Give him 8.
Wow. Some strong perimeter shooting here in the first quarter.
George passes to Embiid. And here's Lowry. Pass to McCain. Fires for 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Doncic outside. The 3-ball. Joel Embiid with the board. And so George will bring it up for the 76ers. It's a 3-point game. Now here's Embiid. George outside. With the floater. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
Here's Fresh. We saw him with 29 points in his last game. And here's Thompson for 3. And McCain pulls it down. For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. George's shot is off. The Mavericks have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Washington a screen. Here's Fresh. Fires in the triple. Fresh has got 11 points.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
3-pointer Embiid. Washington grabs the miss.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Fresh the pass to Doncic. Pass to Fresh. Here's the 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now. Lowry the pass to George. Embiid with it. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Washington's got 4 rebounds in the game. Fresh the pass to Thompson. Pass to Doncic. Lets the 3 fly. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. He's got 6.
Fearless, as always. Doncic loves to fill it up from deep.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And a new group getting ready for the Mavericks. Gafford, he's checked in for Lively. Marshall comes in for Washington. Grimes, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Spencer Dinwiddie is subbed in for Luka Doncic. Now here's Martin. Taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. Now George. Fires from 14. Gafford grabs the miss.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Pass to Fresh. 1:27 left now in the first quarter. Back to Dinwiddie. Gafford with a screen on George. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And the dunk by Gafford.
Daniel Gafford is a vertical threat at the cup. Look out below.
76ers trail by 9. It's George on the wing. Screen by Gordon. Back to George. Gordon outside. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. And George gets it to go on the assist by Gordon. George has gotten his third basket of the night.
This guy practically automatic. Paul George in the catch and shoot. Look out.
There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Marshall. Here's Fresh. Defended by Gordon. Gafford with a screen on Gordon. Fresh, the pass to Gafford. And it's Martin with the rebound.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Great teamwork and great timing.
Oh, spectacular play. Here's Fresh. Pass to Dinwiddie. Here's Grimes. Here's Fresh. No good on the buzzer beater. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Mavericks ahead. They lead by 4. And we'll be back. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
On the court for Dallas here in the second. They've got Najee Marshall, also Daniel Gafford out there. And it's Grimes in at the 3. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, Fresh in their last game against the Cavaliers just played phenomenal. He picked up 29 points, and once again, he was lights out from distance. So when you look at all of that, it was obviously just a great night for him, playing with a ton of heart. Back to you guys.
Good stuff, Allie. Tremendous effort from him in that last game, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I think he pushed them to the win through sheer force of will.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
Dallas leading by 4. And Jason Kidd inking a multi-year contract extension, Doris. He'll remain the Dallas head coach.
Well, B.A., you have to give Jason a ton of credit for the job he's done with this basketball team. And think about it. Your coach is a Hall of Fame level floor general in his own right. And now your best player, Luka Doncic, is an elite point guard. Just a perfect match.
Powell against Embiid. 4 on the clock. Oh, great D that time from Powell. The Mavericks have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Powell sets a screen. Here's Fresh. Embiid covers. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Gafford. Gordon against Doncic. Gordon outside. Screen by Embiid. Gordon, the pass to Embiid. Now Martin from behind the arc. The Sixers again can't hit. Here's Fresh. 11 points in the game. Right wing. Back to Doncic. There's a screen. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by the Sixers. And the first season matchup for them against the Mavericks this year.
And last year's games were interesting to watch, considering that each team came out with a win against the other.
And the fact that they split their 2 meetings last season. Does one try to get a leg up?
And the Mavericks making a change here. Washington's checked in. Pass to Doncic. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Over Lowry, and it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Doncic has got 8.
You guard against the drive of Luka Doncic, but that opens you up to the mid-range ability, and Luka lets you feel it from that distance.
Now here's Embiid, a proven scorer in this league, averaging just over 25 a game. Martin. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket. And Doncic has got the ball here for Dallas. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. Fresh, the pass to Powell. Washington outside. Pass to Fresh. Washington outside. And a miss there on the triple. The 76ers have gone 0 for 4 in the second quarter. Lowry with it. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul.
Maybe the most defining aspect of Kyle Lowry's career has been that competitive spirit. This guy has got vision, scoring ability, but he's always been team first.
Exum's checked in for Dallas. Here's Fresh. He's got 11, and he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. 76ers trail by 9. Lowry, the pass to Embiid. To the middle. Here's McCain. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And so it's Dallas with it. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
To the inside, out to Lowry. Counted from distance. And now just a 3-point Dallas lead.
But there is never hesitation with Kyle Lowry on the catch. This guy understands he's got the right instincts and the right mechanics.
Here's Fresh. His scoring ability is impressive, averaging 20 a game. Pass to Washington. From the arc. Drills it from deep. Fresh has got 14 points.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Powell sets a screen. Fresh, the pass to Powell. Exum up top. He's guarded by Lowry. Just 5 to shoot. Thompson outside. Shoots over George. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game. George with it. Now Thompson defending. They get it back. Out to Lowry. George feels it out a bit. Back to Lowry. Beyond the arc. That won't go for Lowry. The Mavericks lead by 6. Pass to Fresh.
Remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Back to Thompson. The 3. The offensive rebound. Exum passes to Powell. Here's Fresh. He's guarded by Lowry. Pass to Thompson. Shoots over George. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Thompson's gotten his first basket of the night.
You know, Klay Thompson is calm, cool, and collected. The quick release to beat the shot clock.
Martin, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And as we start to wrap up voting, this list of contenders for the three-point contest begins to take its final form. And I gotta say, this is an impressive collection of talent.
Yeah, it sure is, B.A. Every single one of these guys has a clean shot at taking home the trophy. They are all elite shooters from three-point range.
He occupies the top spot in voting. We'll very likely see him in the three-point shooting competition.
And he might already be the favorite. When he gets in a groove, he's automatic.
And the hype around this year's three-point contest has been tremendous. And it's only increasing as All-Star Weekend gets closer.
Yeah, looking at the list now, I think any of these guys could win it. Speaking just as a fan, I can't wait to see what happens.
Lowry surveys the D. George outside to win the cold spell. Pass to McCain. And another miss by Philadelphia.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Fresh. Philadelphia grabs the miss. Coming into this, having notched a win against Boston in their last game.
That was a tremendous all-around game. Their intensity was there, and their production was right there along with it, too.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to imagine them being much better at the offensive end. They were so efficient in almost every aspect.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Oh, nice shot by Grimes.
Grimes can be hot and cold, but boy, he gets that bucket down from three.
And here's George. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Boston.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance. Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Defense is setting the tone. We'll be back in a moment.
For the Western Conference, Victor Wembanyama.
Tremendous effort lately for this guy, Victor, 7'4".
And so thinking about the first half of this game, it's likely we'll see some adjustments for the Philadelphia 76ers.
They've been shot out of the gym, even when
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. The Mavericks lead by 9. They've got Joel Embiid. Paul George out there with Kyle Lowry. And it's McCain in at the 2. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half. Drops in the 3.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Pass to Embiid. Over Lively. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. And for all the purists, here's a look at the best free throw shooting teams from the stripe this year. 5th, the Mavericks.
And this is a team that knocks down their free throws at an elite rate. Whoever they go up against should always try to avoid fouling them at all costs.
Oh, he is absolutely unstoppable right now. Paul George in rhythm. Look out.
The Mavericks shooting 44%, a pretty decent clip. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said, the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
The Mavericks lead by 8. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Here's Fresh. 14 points for him. And he drives in. Here's Washington. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got his 8th rebound here tonight. For Philadelphia, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
Well, you have to respect the career of Paul George. He has faced at one point a career-ending injury. He keeps battling to get back on the floor through constant injury.
Luka on the attack.
And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
George passes to Embiid. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Here's McCain. 6 points for him. Releases. Lively grabs a miss.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
And Washington powers it through.
Sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hanging up there like that. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Here's McCain. Checking the numbers. He's averaging close to 15 a game.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Philadelphia shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And Grant, with the 65 games rule for player awards, it did seem there was a real reduction in load management.
Yeah, B.A., and I liked it. The Stars played more early on, but we also saw a lot of them get banged up by the playoffs. So it seems there's still a balance to be struck.
Marshall, he's checked in for Washington. From deep, here's Doncic. Oh, Doncic! What do you expect?
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Lowry outside. Back to George. Yabusele. Here's Embiid. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass, getting it done.
And that's the hunger that Embiid plays with. He just gobbles up the miss and goes back up for the score.
Pass to Doncic. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Screen by Lively. Fresh, the pass to Doncic. Fires the 3. Here's Marshall. Launches it. And McCain pulls it down. Here's Yabusele. No made baskets yet. Embiid, high post. Shoots over Lively. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. The Mavericks lead by 8. Here's Fresh. 14 points for him. Lively passes to Thompson. Here's Fresh. Out to Thompson. Oh, George with a steal. Lowry outside. Pass to Embiid. Shoots over Lively. Embiid misses.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights that bucket is automatic.
Now here's Doncic. There's the triple, and that basket makes him 6 for 11, shooting a good percentage.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Doris, you talk about a guy who forces you to play at his pace. That's Luka Doncic.
Oh, my goodness, B.A., there's no question. He's got tremendous patience. He's in complete command of the tempo of the game. But maybe my favorite aspect is how he manipulates the game to get defenders off balance.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Oubre's checked in. That's good. And so Lowry with the assist. Oubre's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Fresh. Pass to Marshall. And here's Gafford. Dinwiddie outside. There's a screen by Marshall. Jacks up a 3. They get it again. Here's Fresh. Shot clock at 6. No good from outside. 76ers trail by 8. Lowry right side. Oubre. Dinwiddie with a rebound. For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 11 in this third quarter. Here's Fresh. Hits the three-pointer. Fresh has got 17 points.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
George outside. Pass to Oubre. Now Embiid. Lowry outside. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Fresh. Another 3 for Dallas.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
George outside. Pass to Oubre from outside the arc. Rebounded by Fresh. The Mavericks lead by 14. Dinwiddie outside. Here's Fresh. From deep. It's rebounded by George. And so George will bring it up for Philadelphia. They'll be hosting Miami for their next game. Pass to Oubre. George right side. Out to Lowry. Fires the 3. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Fresh. He's guarded by Lowry. Here's Dinwiddie. Can't nail the jumper. 76ers trail by 11. Oubre passes to Lowry. The 3 is up. No good there. And so it's Dallas closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. They've been very effective from the three-point line. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter. Washington and Gafford the combo inside. Then it's Luka Doncic, and it's Fresh in at the shooting guard position. Grimes' shot is off. The 76ers shooting 37% from the floor at this point. Gordon's got space. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits. The Mavericks lead by 11. Doncic outside. Pass to Fresh. Takes a 3. It's down. His 7th make in 13 attempts today.
He got loose from downtown in the first half. Now has 3 here in the second. Unstoppable.
We played just over a minute here in the fourth. Here's Embiid. Out to Oubre. Cuts off the pass. And now the Mavs on the run. The finish. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Wow, that's a big-time power play by Quentin Grimes. Nice finish.
76ers trail by 16. Gordon with it. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Pass to Martin. Washington against Martin. Back to Martin. Now here's Embiid. For 3. And another miss by Philadelphia.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Doncic passes to Fresh. Washington, a screen on Martin. Washington outside. Three-pointer, no good. The 76ers have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. Pass to Martin. This one for 3. Mavericks with a rebound. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Gordon against Doncic. Here's Fresh. On the take. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Fresh has got 11 points here in the second half.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. The 76ers making a switch here. Lowry's checked in. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Dallas. Oubre finds Lowry. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Pass to Martin to win the run. The Sixers with another miss.
Some of it's good defense and some of it's just poor shot selection. Either way, he's being shut out.
Here's an 8-footer. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 20.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Lowry outside. Embiid against Gafford. Embiid can't hit.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Here's Fresh. Gafford the screen. Lets it go from deep. Fresh misses.
He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
A lot of it comes down to great fundamentals. Establishing position early, controlling the backboards.
Pass to Oubre. Lowry outside. Martin outside. 6 to shoot. Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Doncic has got his 5th rebound in this one. And he gets the bucket. Fresh has got 7 now in this quarter.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Lowry outside. Pass to Martin. Oubre on the wing. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Dallas leading by 22. Doncic right side. Fresh the pass to Washington. And here's Thompson for 3. And it's Martin with the rebound.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
And that one's good.
You see the athleticism and the length. Oubre able to get his shot off inside. That's a high percentage look for that young man.
Thompson outside. Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of hype. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, B.A., it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Philadelphia's got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4. Lowry the pass to Embiid. George for 3. That's his 6th make in 11 tries.
Are you kidding me? Just look at what Paul George is doing to the defense over and over. My goodness.
Here's Fresh.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Pass to Thompson. Deflects the pass. 6 on the shot clock. Whoa!
A big finish right there.
He destroyed the rim. Climbing the ladder for the 360 flush. Ridiculous bounce.
He went so high for that one. Wow. Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And here's Washington. Here's Fresh. Pass to Thompson. Launches a three. And Dallas hits again from deep.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Mavericks.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And with this one safely in the books, it'll mark their 23rd win of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Fresh.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
Lowry, the pass to George. That's good. And so Lowry with the assist.
Well, the defensive breakdowns allows Kyle Lowry to take advantage and set up an open look for his guy.
Here's Fresh. Pass to Gafford. And here's Thompson for three. And he can't get that one. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. They trail by 18. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The three. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Well, the consistency with which Kyle Lowry involves his teammates is really a sight to behold. This guy's such a good passer.
Here's Fresh. And so it's the Mavericks taking care of business in this one. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time